unicorns, and welcome back to my channel. If this is the first time that you're on my channel, I'm Vanessa Somuayina and welcome to the fam. So from the title of this video, I think it's safe to say that we all know what we're here for. A savage AF love reading. Yes, my unicorn babies. So today's love reading is going to be brutally honest. So all of my HSPs out there, my highly sensitive people, this is a trigger warning for you because I am going to be letting you know exactly what it is that I see. No sugarcoating here. No Splenda, no salt, nothing. Just the pure and honest truth, and no matter how savage it is. So for today's love reading, I have prepared 4 groups that you can choose from, and I would like you to pick one of these 4 groups intuitively. So the crystals representing each pile of cards are as follows. We have the Black Tourmaline, we have the Geode, we have the Carnelian, as well as the Rose Quartz Point. But the timestamps to all 4 groups can be found down below in the description box, as well as pinned to the comment section. Furthermore, in this video, I will be giving away this beautiful amethyst slice necklace. It is on a gold-plated 925 sterling silver chain. It is just like the one that I'm wearing in today's video. I'll leave the link to this necklace down below as well. To enter the giveaway, first and foremost, make sure that you are subscribed to my channel. Then head over to my Instagram, which is at Vanessa Somuayina. I have that linked down below in the description box as well. Make sure that you follow me on Instagram, and on my latest photo, comment with a butterfly emoji. That is your entry. You can enter as many times as you wish. So your entry is valid for up to 48 hours after I have posted this video. After that, the giveaway will be closed and I will announce the winner 3 days from now on my Instagram. So I will randomly pick a winner and post them. So make sure that you're looking out for that and that you're checking your DMs, because I will message you in order to make sure that I know where to send the beautiful amethyst necklace to. But anyways, you guys, back to the reading. I will be starting off with the first group, which corresponds to the Black Tourmaline, and to all of my other beautiful groups, I will catch you at the click of your timestamp. Hello, group number 1, and welcome to your reading. So you chose the Black Tourmaline, group number 1. This is such a gorgeous crystal. I'm absolutely obsessed with it. You may have chosen it because it is beautiful, but maybe also because its highly protective energies just naturally made you feel drawn to it. But let's move into your reading to figure out exactly what's going on with your love life. So we have the fault line as well as the starborn. Now, group number 1, I'm going to be brutally honest with you. I see here in the fault line in correspondence to the starborn that you are so different than other people, and that is often what intimidates lovers. That is often what intimidates people who are potentially romantically interested in you, but they're a little bit too afraid to get to know you and to properly consider you. Now, it may be because, for example, your type of culture is a minority where you live, so you're foreign and different and exotic enough to have fun with, but not exotic enough to marry because, oh my god, culture clash. Furthermore, this may also be the case if you're just overall a type of personality that is very strong, okay, maybe an A-type personality, just overall somebody who knows what they want, and that is where I see in the fault line in correspondence to the starborn that you stick out in a way that can be intimidating to those who want a partner that they can control, or just overall somebody who they feel they would know more easily, someone who isn't as mysterious. Next up, we have the mirror. So I see here in the mirror that you are the kind of person that often holds up a mirror to people's faces, and that is what makes them uncomfortable. So you're not afraid to talk about real topics, and you're not into small talk. Next, we have the thread, and I see here that you're the type of person who doesn't like to just have endless arguments, senseless discussions. When you want to know the truth or you're after something, whether it be a conspiracy or to find out who the hell this person was texting, who this bee is, who this unknown unicorn is that a potential lover has been looking at, texting, been in contact with, you are like Blue's Clues, okay? You are a savage detective. You're going to go to any lengths to figure out exactly what the truth is. And based on that is how you're going to make your decision. So your personality is a very difficult one for people who are not faithful and for pathological liars, because you call their bluff, you catch them in their lies. Next we have the Knight of Materials. I do see here that earth signs are very attracted to you, group number one, especially young earth signs who are just up and coming. One thing that I want you to know here in the Knight of Materials is that these earth signs are looking for somebody who they can trust to settle down with. I'm talking the Elon Musks of this world. I'm talking the Mark Zuckerbergs of this world who have high aspirations to change the world through technology, through just advancements and their business strategies. And they want to be with someone like you early on because they know that they'll always be able to count on you, and they don't really like to be players. They want to know that those around them are people who are trustworthy and have been there right from the start. Next we have the Nine of Inspiration. So I do see here in the Nine of Inspiration that in a sense, you always have really great ideas that others like to copy. I see here that romantic partners do not necessarily only feel intimidated. Sometimes they can also feel jealous. Yes, you heard me right, group number one. Romantic partners sadly feeling as though they're competing with you. That is where I see in the Nine of Inspiration that there can be some friction that occurs every now and then that seems inexplicable, but when you dig deeper, when you think of that particular situation, you start to realize that they're not only intimidated, but they're actually low-key jealous at the fact that you're maybe thriving in other ways than they are, and their ego is attacked by you. Next we have the World Cosmos as well as the Three of Emotions. Now group number one, I want you to know here in the World Cosmos, this is one of the most favorable cards in the tarot. This corresponds in the traditional tarot to the World card, which speaks of fulfillment, which speaks of happiness. I do want you to know here in conjunction to the Three of Emotions that happiness is something that is present for you in love. However, in the Three of Emotions, it's important that you not take things too seriously and that the person who you hang out with, who you end up with romantically, is somebody who gets you, who gets your sense of humor, especially when your humor is very dry or in a sense also very savage, very direct, and super sarcastic. That is one thing that I see here in the Three of Emotions that either bodes really well for you or can go so left. Being with someone who is highly sensitive can be extremely difficult and often results in a failed relationship with you, but someone who understands never to take anything too seriously, that's the vibe, group number one. Next we have I praise the goddess and the god as well as I do good. So your intentions are pure, and that is one thing that always shines through. No matter how somebody wants to twist and turn a situation or say that you are this kind of person or that kind of person, any type of connotation that somebody tries to put on you, it will always remain clear that you just wanted to do good in this world for yourself as well as others. And I see here in I praise the goddess and the god, you make no difference between different types of demographics, genders, skin tones, you name it, eye colors, whatever it is that people usually like to pick apart and use as a way to estimate people's values, how beautiful other people are. You do not engage in that type of behavior. You understand that everybody has their own unique beauty, their own unique qualities, and at the end of the day, all of these people who are unfaithful, who like to play games, one thing that they will never be able to say is that your heart isn't in the right place. They may not want to come around you because you intimidate them and you're the type of person who gives them a very no BS attitude, but they will always respect you, group number one. And that's one thing that is so invaluable. And that's one thing that is so important for any type of relationship dynamic. Now, group number one, this is the reading that I received for you. I hope that you enjoyed it and that you found it insightful. Let me know down below in the comment section what hit home for you, and I will catch you in another video. Hello, group number 2, and welcome to your reading. So you chose the Geode, group number 2. Let's do a quick close-up of your stone. The Geode is an excellent amplifier, so any other crystals around your home, make sure that you place a Geode near them to amplify their energies even more. Let's move into your reading to figure out exactly what kind of messages we have about your romantic life. So we have the ring as well as the gem. Now, group number 2, let me tell you right from the start that it is just crystal clear how much of a valuable partner that you really are, okay? You have that wifey material, that husband material, just that vibe about you that you will stick with somebody through thick and thin, no matter what comes. And one thing that I can see here in the ring, that only a fool would not try to give you a ring, okay? Only a fool would not try to lock you down, if you know what I mean. Next we have I embrace the all. So one thing that I can see here that is a little bit of your downfall, group number 2, is the fact that you try to embrace everybody equally. So sadly, I know I did say only a fool would not want to wife you up, would not want to give you a ring to make you a husband, but I do want you to know here in embracing the all that sometimes you tend to embrace fools. Sometimes you tend to embrace the toads who just do not want to see that potential in you, who just do not want to see you from that angle because they're too worried about their own freedom and their own motives. Next we have I give a blessing. So you still try, you still give them a chance, you still allow them to maybe unfold a side of their personality that you hope is slumbering within. So you kind of have a soft spot for projects, you kind of have a soft spot for people who maybe have a lot of issues that they ideally should actually be sorting out themselves and not using you as a crutch or a rock. Next up, we have the vision. So group number 2, it is because you have this clear vision, this clear depiction in your head already, how you can turn that person into an amazing partner and how you can fix them. Now, group number 2, I do want you to know here that it's important for you to distinguish when it's worthy to try and fix somebody and when it's kind of just not going to work out and you are in fact wasting your time. You can't fix everybody, especially not somebody who sees nothing wrong in their behavior or feels as though they're happy in a relationship that you are not content with. So do know here in the vision that it doesn't matter how great of a vision you have for someone, if they don't have that for themselves, group number 2, then you're just wasting your precious time and energy on the wrong individual, because the right individual is going to appreciate those efforts. Moving further into your reading, we have the 6 of emotions. Now the 6 of emotions is again this daydreamy kind of vibe that we already spoke about in the vision, but the difference of the 6 of emotions is that you can tend to be very attached or get very attached to the idea of building a family with someone and also like introducing them to your family. You've already played out in your head how it's gonna go, what kind of jokes are gonna be made, and also kind of what reactions they'll have to one another. So here in the 6 of emotions, I do see that you can get way invested way quickly, group number 2, and that is often something that hurts you, as we have here in the 3 of voices. That is the result. Now group number 2, I want you to know here in the 3 of voices that feeling hurt, feeling alone, feeling like an idiot almost for giving another one of these clowns, toads, frogs that never turn into princes or princesses a chance, it can be a lonely place and it can feel like, why am I even trying? Why am I even giving anyone a chance? So make sure that you don't build up walls. That is often the case with people like yourself, group number 2. Try to just remind yourself of the fact that being discerning about who you give your time and energy to can already prohibit you feeling hurt and feeling alone. Now let's move further into your reading to distinguish exactly what kind of person is highly compatible with you, group number 2. So we have a Pisces. Now group number 2, Pisces is endlessly loving. A lot of people say that Pisces is quote unquote the most naive of the zodiac signs, the one who is the most most trusting, the most forgiving, and that's most likely why you are so compatible with Pisces energy, because Pisces energy will not take advantage of your kindness, quite the opposite. They will appreciate it and cherish it. Next, we have the 8th house. So in the 8th house, we literally have this little, you know, ring sign here. As we spoke about right off the bat with you, group number 2, that whole marriage situation, solidifying the relationship. That is one thing that I see that you are meant to have within your love life, okay? A solid relationship, a relationship between two people who trust one another, who respect one another. I can see here that you are meant to share every aspect of your life with another human being, you know, your resources, your emotions. Being alone is just not for you, just as being in an open relationship is just not for you. You need somebody who cherishes you and treats you like the beautiful gem that you are, group number 2. So don't settle for any less, and don't feel like it is your duty to fix somebody or help someone see a light that they're maybe unwilling to see, because you're just going to end up hurting yourself and wasting your time unnecessarily. So if you are talking to somebody who is a clown, group number 2, if you are in a situationship that you can tell goes against what the universe is advising you to do, I would definitely recommend that you think long and hard as to whether you want to continue providing this individual with your time. Because if you're not receiving love, happiness, or a check in return, what's the point? So now, group number 2, we are sadly already at the end of your reading. I truly hope that you enjoyed it and that you found it insightful. Leave a little diamond emoji down below in the comment section to let me and others know that you made it to the end and that you will continue on valuing yourself. Now, group number 2, I'm sending you so much love, and I'll catch you in another video. Hello, group number 3, and welcome to your reading. So you chose the Carnelian, group number 3. Let's do a quick close-up of this beautiful gem. I absolutely love it. It is so fiery and fierce. So let's move into your reading to figure out what's coming for your love life. So we have the Storm as well as Thanatos. So now, group number 3, one thing that I see here, you are being called to prepare for the storm. Group number 3, prepare for situationships to come to an end and for the playing field to be leveled, okay? This means new beginnings, but also letting go of people who have been in your life up until this point romantically. So this could be somebody who you've properly been with in a committed relationship for a while, or just a situationship. But fact of the matter is, here in Thanatos, is that you've been feeling the quality of the relationship decline over the past weeks and months, and knowing that some sort of storm is brewing, some kind of change is about to come, is really the right intuitive hunch that you had there. Next, we have the Devil. Now, group number 3, in the Devil, I can see here that you're feeling kind of tempted to see what else is out there, and your partner feels the same way, or just this person who you may have been talking to. I want you to know that right now you're surrounded by a lot of energy that isn't focused and that can't be in a committed relationship where there are just two parties involved. I do see here in the Devil that there is a lot of temptation around. It could also be because in the day and age that we live in, all you need to do is swipe left or swipe right in order to decide whether you want to meet somebody, to date them, to hook up with them, whatever it is that you use those apps for. I am not judging, but you get the gist. There are so many potential romantic partners just at our fingertips that as soon as a roadblock is reached, as soon as you reach a difficult place with a partner, or just even somebody that you're just talking to and you don't like one thing about them, it's so easy to then just write them off and say, oh, whatever, I'll look for somebody else. Next up, we have Justice. So in Justice, I can see here that when it comes to love, you have often been kind of the victim of this type of mentality. You've often been the one where people are just like, oh, well, this person seems too high maintenance. What? This unicorn expects me to be faithful to them, expects me to tell them how I feel. No. I'm going to go with somebody who is a lot easier. So I do see here in justice that often you've really been the victim of these types of thoughts in people and them just deciding that, I'll just move on to someone who is easier and somebody who doesn't have any standards. Next, we have the Four of Voices. So don't get in your head, group number 3. I do see here in the Four of Voices that you can often feel like getting in your own head because of that, like picking yourself apart or feeling like something is wrong with you. When it's not that something is wrong with you, it's just the fact that right now we're in a very strange time where people seem to be so replaceable that it's bound to happen to you, me, any of us, really. Next, we have the Queen of Emotions. Now, group number 3, in the Queen of Emotions, be strong. The Queen of Emotions has this mother-like energy, this very fierce, protective kind of vibe to them that allows them to not only protect those closest to them, but also themselves and their own emotions. So group number 3, you are being called by the universe to kind of grow a pair, if you will, and to move out of any type of negativity that you have cultivated just because of someone else, just because of how you feel about love or how love has made you feel in the past. Next, we have the ring. Group number 3, your ring, your promise ring, your engagement ring, your wedding ring, it's coming, it's on its way. Don't start to put all of these negative vibes up in the air just because it has not been the case up until this point, or maybe you've even been in a relationship where you were given a promise or someone made a promise to you and then they violated that promise by not sticking to it or by breaking it. I don't want you to feel as though moving forward any other promise or any other ring that is symbolic for a promise won't work out for you, as I do see here that moving forward there is this solidification of a relationship coming for you, whether that be through an actual marriage, through signing a paper, or just through a very symbolic type of gesture. Next, we have the empty room, but for now, group number 3, it's a bit of an empty room, okay? It's a little bit of crickets. Let me be real with you, because there is just a lot of choice around and there are a lot of people who would honestly prefer to be with someone who is easy, somebody who, as mentioned before, doesn't really expect anything out of the relationship, and also who is not as mature. But I do want you to know within the empty room that at this point in time, it is safer for you to limit the amount of people who you are in romantic contact with, as it is something that will stop you from being hurt or from somebody undervaluing you. Next, we have Jupiter. So I see here that your confidence, your courage, your self-belief and luck, all of that is shining, all of that is coming to the forefront. So allow yourself to enjoy this time and not waste any of your precious energy or space in your beautiful little head, group number 3, on some good for nothing, dusty, crusty son or daughter of someone, okay? This is not the vibe you are meant to enjoy this time. Next, we have Aquarius. And now group number 3 in Aquarius, I can definitely see here that when it comes to being in a committed relationship, you are right now attracting Aquarius energy and highly compatible with Aquarius energy. This is very strong air sign energy. I want you to know that it is freedom loving, rebellious, very innovative, but also deeply caring once they have formed that net. So they're not the type of person who's going to check in every second, but when you really need them, they are going to be there. Otherwise, they can be a little bit flaky, but when you know them, you understand their train of thought, and there's not really any reason to doubt your connection once the Aquarius has showed you that they are truly serious about the relationship. Now, group number 3, this is the reading that I received for you. I truly hope that you enjoyed it and that you found it insightful. Leave a little rose emoji down below in the comment section to let me and others know that you made it to the end of your reading. Now, group number 3, I'm sending you so much love. Thank you for sharing this divine time with me, and I'll catch you in another video. Hello group number 4, and welcome to your reading. So you chose the Rose Quartz Point group number 4. This is the stone of your choice. It's absolutely beautiful. It's honestly one of my favorite stones from my crystal store. I really love it. It is the stone of love as well as friendship. But let's move into your reading to figure out exactly what savage messages are present about your love life. So we have the castle as well as the vow. Now, group number 4, I can see here in the castle in conjunction to the vow that whoever wants to be with you really wants to like own you, okay? Especially if you're freedom loving, if you're very independent, I want you to know that that does not go well with people who are insecure or people who want to control every little ounce of the relationship and every situation. I do want you to know here in the castle that there can be a tendency to kind of like hide you from the world out of fear of you betraying them. So people who aren't very confident can feel very paranoid when being in a relationship with you, and they can try to kind of like rush into getting serious very quickly, either through getting married, starting a family, living together, just some type of thing that's represented in the vow that really melts you two together, that really kind of like makes you inseparable by easy means. Next we have the fault line. And now group number 4, in the fault line, I definitely see that that is not something that you're up for, you're not a fan in the fault line, and that is usually what causes friction, insecurity in your partners and insecurity from them, especially when they feel as though you're kind of out of their league or too attractive for them. That can often come out in arguments by them just saying things that are maybe not as nice, or trying to, again, control you, put you into a spot that is confined and that is smaller than it really should be. Next we have apocalypsis. So I see here that the truth is usually revealed when you dig a little deeper. The truth is usually revealed when you think about why they're acting a certain way, or why they would feel insecure or get mad when you're going out with friends, or when you're talking to family, or when you're, for example, watching something and there are other attractive people in there and you can notice that they're feeling like a little bit antsy or insecure. I want you to know in here in apocalypsis that the truth is something that is of course hard for them to admit, but when you are with an individual that can be truthful about the fact that they are afraid of losing you and they do think that you're kind of out of their league, that's when you can work on things together, and that's when you can create a relationship that can last. But people whose egos and prides are way too big, way too high up, usually doesn't bode well for you or them. Just the relationship in general doesn't work well. Next we have the 9 of emotions. Now group number 4, in the 9 of emotions, I definitely see a very zen-like moment here for you. I see that despite what anybody else is doing, you are still going to do you, and you're going to try as much as possible to not let another person's insecurities affect you. Then we have the Page of Materials. I see that because you are very focused on your bag, on your career, on making sure that you're building your legacy, your empire the way that you intended to, not letting love get in the way, or a partner that is difficult, that needs a lot of attention, is highly important, okay? Oh, okay, we also have the Page of Voices. And speaking up about that, I do see here in the Page of Voices that leaving partners has maybe happened in the past for you for reasons that are only becoming apparent now that you're gaining maturity, spiritual wisdom, and you're understanding that a lot of people were simply just getting in your way. A lot of people just weren't ready to be with you, and that's most likely why the compatibility just wasn't there. Next we have the Knight of Inspiration. So I do see here that who would be a great fit for you is the Knight of Inspiration, group number 4. But let's get more of, okay, Sagittarius. Now, let me tell you, the Knight of Inspiration is kind of like the Knight of Wands in the traditional tarot, and Wands is the suit of fire. It represents the element of fire, and we had Sagittarius show up. So now group number 4, I do want you to know that who you are compatible with is a confident, mature Sagittarius spirit. This type of energy imbues power. It's full of superior confidence, enthusiasm, and I want you to know here that the Sagittarius usually has a good fortune, which is essential, especially when you're doing well in your career, because you don't want to be with somebody who is constantly intimidated. I see here in Gnosis that intelligence is so important when it comes to love. You cannot stand people who you can't have a real conversation with. Small talk is not your thing, and I do see here in Gnosis that Sagittarius really appreciates that in you, group number 4. But of course, any other fire sign that is matured, that knows who they are, that is one thing that they absolutely love in you, that they can learn from you, that you teach them valuable lessons, and they don't feel like they're with somebody who is all beauty and no brains. So we did have a card that popped right out of the pile, which is the 12th house. Now group number 4, I see here in the 12th house that is the area of your life that is especially affected when it comes to love, and this is the area that can feel very overwhelming for you. Okay, that spiritual area, that area where you're not quite sure, what is it? The universe? Is it the law of attraction? Is it religion? But you know that there's something there that still remains unseen, but you're not sure how to describe it, how to use it, just spirituality in general. I see that is something that is highly affected by love when it comes to you, which is why being with somebody who is intelligent is so important, group number 4, because without having real conversation, without being able to voice what you're going through, to voice all of the ideas and thoughts that are running through your head, you really don't have much. So group number 4, this is the reading that I received for you. I hope that you like this very truthful, real approach. Let me know down below in the comment section what hit home, and also leave a little flame emoji in the comment section to let me and others know that you made it to the end of your reading. I'm sending you so much love, group number 4, and I'll catch you in another video.